Hi, I'm Ray.
And I'm Saren.
We're your Spider Baby hosts from To Know Her Is to Fear Her, a Spider-Woman podcast, as well as proud members of the collective.
You're listening to Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks. Enjoy the show!
Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to make sure you know all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on all new episodes of Wade's World, Boob Windows and Long Boxes, our Hard R movie reviews, and so much more, all completely uncensored. Access starts for as little as $1 a month, full videos when you pledge $3 a month. Check us out at the link in all of our show notes, or just go straight to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast.
Hey, what about our Comic Capers podcast?
What about it?
What about it? Hey, we're back, and hey, we got big news for you too concerning the future. Although you should kind of...
Our song is playing, Philip.
Dance! That's right, smells like the 90s.
The best decade to smell like anything. Teen Spirit, maybe?
It smells like Teen Spirit or clone, something.
Well, it's the last X-Men for a while, so I figured.
Yes! Yes, for those of you...
Get your money's worth.
Yes, for those... well, we could do some at the end, too. But yes, for those of you who've been living under a rock and haven't heard the deal on any other show on this podcast or Capes and Lunatics, starting in October, the Southgate Media Group will be no more. Rob and Martha are letting their children go off to college, so...
They're kicking us out the nest, and I don't know how to fly!
He said that. Everyone's using it, because I even heard Diana Marnell using that today. They're like, yeah, we're getting kicked out of the nest. So, starting in October, if you haven't heard, big changes coming to the Capes and Lunatics and Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks. Comic Capers will be staying here on Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks, but since this Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks are going to be mostly DC Comics centric, we'll be talking a bunch of DC Comics on Comic Capers and the other shows. So, no more X-Men for a while, but as Lil Hellfire and I were just talking, if we do some X-Men, you should be able to catch it on the Capes and Lunatics podcast. So, again, make sure to subscribe to the Capes and Lunatics podcast and the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast. Tell your friends.
Tell them now!
Tell your mother. Hello.
Nice.
Thank you. All right, so... should we get into these issues?
Let's do it.
All right, so these were my picks for Storm-tember, Uncanny X-Men 145 through 147, featuring a college dropout. Oh my God!
You're gonna leave my ex-husband alone, okay?
Whoa! Oh my God! I went into man. Hey, everyone loves a college dropout. When I was in the comic book shop yesterday. I saw a big. They must have a new, I don't know if it's new, like a big bust of that college dropout Dr. Doom.
Oh, fun.
Because I even said to my comics guy, I was like, that's a nice bust of that college dropout Dr. Doom. He's like, that's the second one I've sold.
See, everybody loves Doom.
I know.
Doom's a good villain. He's a good punching bag villain.
And that's what I'm saying. It wasn't a small one either, so it must have been a pretty penny. Yeah, that was the second one
I am saving up my money for the latest McFarlane masterpiece.
What, the Batman?
So... mm-hmm.
The year 2? Oh, I thought she was like, that's disgusting, but she's still going to get it.
For poops and giggles, man. You got to do it for the memes, man. Got to do it for the memes.
Hey, I might get that too. Hey, kids, they don't take up like half that mantle there. The cape. It's year 2 Batman. Justice is a cape. Batman's just along for the ride. All right, so let's get to this. Our last X-Men for a while. All right, so Uncanny X-Men number 145 from May 1981. I know, you weren't born yet. I know. I was 3.
Rude.
I was 3.
You make it Storm-tember, and you pick some issues where I wasn't even alive. Great job, Phil.
So what? She had good stuff before you were born.
I refuse to believe. It's 90s or bust. I'm kidding.
And when we planned it, I thought we had more time.
That's not fair. I thought we had more time.
Why did your eye drift over to my box?
Perfect.
I know. All right. So, writer, of course, Chris Claremont. Penciler, Dave Cockrum.
Smells like a classic.
Yep. Inker, Joseph Rubinstein. Colorist, Glennis Ween. Letterer, Joe Rosen. Editor, Louise Jones and Danny Fingeroth.
Thank you, Danny.
And of course, the quote of the issue, as if you didn't see the cover, I am Doom. I rule here.
Who the hell is that trolling me in our live Facebook Live comments?
I'm gonna have to look at the settings and like make it mandatory. You know, but like you can't get in unless you identify yourself or something. Because
I'm pretty sure it's Russell. Place your bets, kids. Who is it?
I was gonna say I'm gonna try to find the. Hold on, let me pull up the page here. We'll try to find.
Show yourself, sir or madam.
I was gonna say, do we have?
Although Chantel does have the decency to log in with a picture.
That's true.
Oh. Chantel does have the decency to log in. Shh. Philip, this is a live show.
I know. They're not on the page.
He said it's Chad, but now I don't believe it.
I'm the only one to never show up. It's Chad. Oh, the power of Chad. See what you do to me, Chad? Yes, it's Chad.
Awesome.
That's right. ITK's own Chad. All right, so let's get to this college dropout.
Beauty school dropout. That's like what I prefer to call it.
Have you seen his face?
Exactly, that's the point.
Oh, man, there's a ton of characters listed here because
it's X-Men.
And the title is Kidnapped. All right.
Wait a minute. Does this like the video that's on my hard drive?
Whoa! You and
That's how the best ones start out.
What, your chloroform classics?
Pull yourself up and slip into it.
Hey-oh.
Excellent use of that drop. Do go on, sir.
All right, opens up. Stevie Hunter and Aurora go to see Britain's Royal Ballet. While watching the ballet, Miss Locke enters their box and touches them. Yes, kids. I'm podcasting with a 12-year-old here, so.
I'm 12 when you need me to be 12.
Let's clear them out. Come on.
Yeah, so she enters their box and touches them with a fatal contact poison. A poison she has the antidote to. Oh, jeez. Proof of life is... Oh.
Nice.
Don't get her started, Chad. The poison is merely to buy their undivided attention as Miss Locke relates how and why Doom captured Arcade. Yes, kids, we're here.
Arcade?
Arcade.
I saw a really great figure. Was it Marvel Legends? No, it was the little ones. What are the little ones called? You know, they're like $14 at like GameStop, those ones. Oh, they're like the 6-inch figures.
I don't know. Those aren't the Marvel. Is it the
it's like the classic or something like that.
Yeah, like
they had some arcade. They had like the villains.
Is it like the Kenner?
Really cool.
Is it like those Kenner like remakes or whatever? Or I don't know.
I think so.
You heard it here.
I was like, arcade. They actually made one for arcade. Okay.
Lilith was staring at a 6-inch arcade.
Joystick.
Whoa!
Finish him.
But yes, Doom captured Arcade that she would like the X-Men to rescue Arcade and that many of the X-Men's family and friends had been captured to ensure that they would. Aurora falls unconscious, and when she awakes, Stevie and Miss Locke are gone. She checks on Amanda Sefton and the Greys, but they are all missing. She returns to the mansion. The X-Men contact Beast to get information about Dr. Doom from the Avengers.
His name is Hank! Don't be a bully!
I guess because, he's a former X-Men, you contact Beast to get information from the Avengers, but wouldn't you call the Fantastic Four? Reed Richards, the guy who actually went to college with Doom?
Reed was so... Look, Reed is kind of an arrogant a-hole. Rightly so.
Maybe
he's kind of an in his own place. You know, Doom doesn't factor into it until Doom bothers him, you know, becomes a pain in his ass. So, I get it.
Plus, they didn't want Reed interfering, I guess. Wolverine argues that they can't submit to blackmail. They have to nail Murder World so hard no one would attack their loved ones and friends again. Aurora agrees and has a plan. Professor X telepathically contacts former X-Men Havoc, Polaris, Iceman, and Banshee to provide extra manpower for the two-pronged assault.
X Factor. One version.
I was going to say, except for Banshee, yes, those are all former X. Yes. Team 1, Storm, Angel, Colossus, Wolverine, and Nightcrawler would rescue Arcade from Dr. Doom, buying time for Havoc, Polaris, Iceman, and Banshee to rescue their friends from Murder World.
Murder!
I'm trying to think what amusement park has shoddy safety. There's like no safety on the rides that we can call Murder.
Cedar Point?
Oh
no, wait, they closed Bear Island or whatever, so maybe that one.
I mean, I guess you could say Disney World like murders your wallet.
Hello. Finally some mouse slander. Thank you.
I'm not Charlie Esser. You know, if it warrants it, I'll slander. Professor X is unable to contact Cyclops, and Lilith cheered.
Summers boys.
That may be because he is just waking up on an unknown Caribbean beach where he and Lee Forrester may be the only inhabitants.
A girl can dream.
You know.
A girl can dream.
Oh my. What, Cyclops?
No. An inhabited island.
Yeah. Lee has been tossed overboard by a freak storm, and Scott dove in after her, and now they are stranded.
Idiot.
I was like, leave him there. Meanwhile, at Doom's castle in the Adirondacks, you know what? If you would have asked me, I would have bet money it was in New Jersey.
It is the hive of scum and villainy. Mm-hmm. Like all that. Like, think about all the heroes, New York. All the villains, Jersey. It's a thing.
Villains, New Jersey.
We're doing me now?
The old bridge and tunnel crowd, you know.
Pirates, arg!
Yeah, so yeah, in Doom's castle in the Adirondacks, Storm makes a dramatic entrance and demands to speak with Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom emerges and consents to discussing Storm's demand that he release Arcade over dinner. Oh my.
I mean, can you blame him? Hello.
No, I don't blame him.
Eyebrows.
Meanwhile, the other X-Men in her team infiltrate the castle to rescue Arcade. Unfortunately for them, they find Arcade's cell empty and are then set upon by men in battle suits. A fierce battle ensues with the X-Men victorious. In the dining room, Doom is monitoring the battle while engaging Storm in conversation. When it becomes apparent the battle suits have lost, Doom presents another of his guests, Arcade. Realizing
time to go home.
Realizing it is a trap, Storm attacks Doom, but he withstands the assault and hits Storm with a weapon that turns her into a statue.
A mannequin?
What is the 80s? The other X-Men arrive seconds too late, only to be laid low by energy weapons. Colossus emerges unscathed, but Dr. Doom paralyzes him with a neural disruptor and emerges victorious.
What, Kitty in a bathing suit? Kitty Pryde in a bathing suit?
Oh!
Bazinga!
Oh my.
Bazinga!
Alright, so Doom emerges victorious.
For a change. But don't worry, kids. Spoilers. You know it ain't gonna last long. Hey-oh.
And who says this is the real Dr. Doom? Anyway.
Nice. He's competent, so you know something's wrong.
Yes. I'm looking at the notes here. Havoc's name is misspelled all throughout. It's with a C instead of a K.
Good old Danny Fayroff. Drinking on the job.
And there's a printing error. The first time Marvel 2-in-1 68 is cited, 68 is accidentally omitted.
You don't say. Get out of town.
It should have been there just so Lilith could say, "Oh, so close." And Iceman's dorm room includes a poster for Space Cruiser Yamato, as well as Star Wars and Kiss Comics.
Didn't Marvel have stake in all that?
Probably.
Well, now Disney has a stake in everything. Maybe even you.
Oh, the Marvel Toon 168 was when Arcade had his run-in with Doom.
So close.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, but yeah, they talk about that, Kitty battling that demon in the mansion a few issues back. That was a Christmas story. Maybe we should do that at Christmas.
Ooh, yes. Demons at Christmas. I'll feel right at home.
True. All right, so what did you think of this first one, Love?
I like this. This had a lot. For this to be an 80s story, it had a lot of action in the setup issue. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
So that is much appreciated. And I think that the art is really nice. And the dialogue is even pretty decent. It's not as cheesy as, Chris can be sometimes.
Yeah. Maybe it's just there's so much he couldn't linger on the cheesy.
I'm just going to say, I think sometimes Chris was Bendis before Bendis was Bendis.
Whoa.
Sometimes he gets very talky.
Oh, well, yeah. Sometimes you can't see the art for the word bubbles.
The artist is like, oh, nice.
Yeah, but
I'll just shade this in, a little backdrop here.
But at least Claremont gives you like an info dump. Bendis is just like talking heads.
It's just talking to hear themselves talk, yeah.
Yeah, or it's just like, what did you say? You heard what I said. No, I didn't. What did you say?
What about you? What made you pick these issues?
Well, again, I thought, I was looking for something Storm, and I thought we'd have time to get to more, but it's like, there's like early appearances, and, this is like kind of early on when like Cyclops leaves, so like this is like some early Storm in charge, and as we'll get to towards the end, pretty badass.
I'm just saying, I think honestly, Storm is like top 2 of like leading the team.
Yeah.
She takes no stuff from anyone.
Oh yeah.
And she's rightly so. She's a little more vigorous in her approach, I guess.
Hey-o. I mean, yeah, so top 2, so who's the other one, Lil?
I'll let you guys make up your own mind. I don't want to make anybody mad.
She doesn't want to say Cyclops. No.
Never Cyclops.
I know it's not Cyclops. All right.
I liked when I'll say I like when Rogue, even though it was thrust upon her.
Hey-o.
I like when Rogue was leading the team.
Yeah, no, I thought Rogue was a good choice.
Y'all can fight me in the comments. I don't care.
All right, hold on. I was getting the cover for this off of the Google search. So here, give me a second. The
old Google.
Whoa.
Give it the old Googler.
Whoa. Because I have a question about this cover. All right. Hold on. All right. Let me share the screen here. Yeah, I have yeah.
And if you're not watching on YouTube, please be sure to go over to the YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, and smash that like button and leave a comment.
That's right. All right, so there's the cover for this first one, 145. Is Doom copping a feel off Storm?
He's got a nice hold of that under boobage for sure.
It looks like it, man. Yeah, I mean, he's supporting that thing more than. Like...
It looks like he's pulling a Cosby. In all honesty, he's got the cup. She's passed out.
Holding the goblet.
This cover did not age well.
No. He's like, let's drink the rape. That's what it looks like.
Well, Doom is he's a creep, but he's not that big of a creep.
That's true.
Sue did see something in him once upon a time. Just saying.
Well, she sees something in Namor too.
Yeah, as so we all should. Okay.
Oh yeah, I know. Don't worry, Lilith. We'll give you some Namor next year.
Imperious Rex.
Whoa, I thought you were going to say something else for a second.
Not yet. Still under the Southgate banner.
Oh, that's it. That's one of the only silver linings, kids. Yeah, once we're not with Southgate Media Group anymore, you may hear a naughty word every now and then.
Just 3 to 5. I think I'll limit myself 3 to 5.
Yeah, we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna limit Lilith Hellfire, so she's gonna have to pick and choose her shots. All right, so should we get to the next one?
Let's do it.
All right, so Uncanny X-Men 146 from June 1981. believe the same team. Yeah, looks like it. Or wait. Oh, letterer might be Tom or Zekowski, so that might be, I think that's the only change. And of course, I wonder where this one's going to take place. The title, Murder World.
Like, how 80s can you be? So punk, so angsty.
I know. All right, kids, get ready. Dr. Doom captured the X-Men last issue and devised cunning traps for each of them. Nightcrawler was in a featureless box, incapable of knowing where he was or where he could safely teleport to. So basically, you can just, like, nullify his powers by putting him in a windowless room and be like, yeah, go ahead and jump. You might jump into a wall. Go ahead.
Blindfold him. Give him the old Daredevil treatment. Put him in that sensory deprivation tank.
There you go.
He's done.
Colossus was on an apparent mountain peak with a whirlpool slowly climbing upwards and lasers destroying anything as large as his armored form. Wolverine was in a checkerboard amorphous anti-gravity room that was driving his senses crazy, and every time he hit a wall, it accelerated him. And Angel was in a giant bird cage where the perch was safe, but any attempt...
Rude! That is the rudest one. Like, are we gonna be real? That was so rude.
Like, giant bird cage.
Talk about a gilded cage, eh?
No, but yeah, so the perch was safe, but any attempt to leave it led to many low intensity lasers turning the air into a maze of crisscrossing beams. Storm's cocoon consisted of an organic chrome, the epitome of confinement, and left her in a state which triggered her claustrophobia and caused her to unconsciously generate a fierce storm across the whole eastern seaboard.
Oh, that's what we're going to blame it on? Not global warming? Blame it on a black woman? Cool.
Oh.
Okay. Cool beans! Cool beans. I'm kidding. It's jokes. It's jokes.
Again, show no...
Get your panties out of your bowl. It's a joke.
I'm just saying, this shows how BAMF she is. I mean, yeah, she's ready.
She's a literal goddess. It's fine. We don't talk about it enough, and Professor X is wrong for telling her she's just a mutant.
She's ready to, like, burn the whole eastern seaboard down just to get out of that cocoon. That storm caused a near-miss lightning bolt to jolt Cyclops' eye bandage off, revealing his optic blast to Lee Forrester. The bandage was reapplied, but Scott would have some explaining to do.
He's always got some explaining to do with his poor life choice. Are we sure Tony Stark isn't his real dad? Are we sure?
Ooh.
Burn.
Damn.
Somebody check on that for me.
You know, it'd be funny if she's like, oh, what was that? Sorry, I got pink eye.
If any of the X-Men had pink eye, it would be Scott.
Yeah, seriously, that's discharge.
Because he's always freaking brown-nosing Professor X or Jean. I'm just saying.
Oh.
Burn.
Well, I was going to, I guess, I should wait a month, before I say something where he literally has his head, at least with Jean.
Yeah. Yeah. This guy gets it. He gets it.
Look at this split. The reserve X-Men called in to follow the second half of Storm's plan to fly over the derelict amusement park where the X-Men were released last time they tangled with Murder World.
But wait, when does Murder World become remorseful of all the murders it was made to commit? Like, I swear that's a part of the storyline. Am I crazy?
I'm like,
it's not too... Like,
I mean,
it was around this time. Maybe I'm losing it.
I'm trying to remember because I don't think I read all the stories either. But it's like, did we ever actually witness a murder in Murder World?
I don't think we actually did. I don't read a lot of Marvel team up, which is where a lot of that happens.
True.
The 60 issues.
Yeah,
I think it first appeared in 66 or something like that. So
maybe. But Arcade and the X-Men first battled in X-Men 122 through 124. So. That was the first. Again, well, yeah, and I didn't say Arcade ran into Doom and Marvel 2 and 1, so.
Yeah.
Something was getting clobbered.
Nice.
Polaris used her magnetic powers to trace the underground structures back to Murder World. Havoc dug a tunnel, and Polaris short-circuited the electronics to prevent detection, or so she thought. But then a holographic Miss Locke welcomed them, and the games began. Trap doors separated our heroes.
This smells like Joker.
You think they were kind of trying to do something like that?
I don't know. Like that, I'll say a lot of things about the X-Men, but they never really had to stoop to those shenanigans. They had their very own original villains doing their own original villain shtick.
I mean, Arcade kind of seems like a cross between the Joker and like a Bond villain.
Well, I always got more of the Bond, like the early Bond story, like the early Bond movies, not necessarily the books, but the early Bond movie villains. Mm-hmm. Very ostentatious, very over the top. Yeah, bad at his job.
I don't know. I just think I don't know. He might need a facial for Moon Knight. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well.
Cut his face off. Or doesn't he do that anymore?
Cut me, bro. Maybe the Joker stole that from Moon Knight.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Moon Knight
that'll make the Moonies happy.
Yeah, Ray. Moon Knight did it before the Joker.
Sounds like a plan, Jan.
Ray might hear this, so you're welcome, Ray.
Oh, that's a job. Ray might hear this. Stay tuned, kids. I just did a bonus episode with Ray on Into the Night.
Into the Night, the Moon Knight podcast.
I believe he said it's going to drop in October, maybe. But yes, we were talking about
spooky.
We were talking about all the various Moon Knight number ones.
Damn, how long did y'all talk? 4 hours?
No, only like an hour. No, he was good.
A lot of number ones, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, it was basically just like, oh, hey, what do you think of this? And we just talked real quick, and it was like, gave him a grade and stuff, you know. Well, we did.
I'll be sure to check out his Patreon. I heard someone was in a tank top.
Yes. Oh, man, am I going to have to go topless on our Patreon, though?
Eat your heart out, Charlie.
We're doing me now? I want a mammal.
Oh, good lord. All right, so Havoc found himself on a roller coaster with spacecraft shooting at him. Some were holograms, but some were dangerously real. He blasted some, but then things looked to get worse as he was heading into a large mothership's mouth. He jumped out at the last second, landing on the outside of the mothership. Predictably, his roller coaster car exploded. Yes, Joker. Iceman found himself on an ice rink with some enraged hockey players.
Oh, come on.
What is this, Tampa Bay?
Exactly. Go Ray! No, not the Rays. Go Lightning!
An ice shield kept them at bay, but the excess weight tumbled the robot players through the ice and into acid. More players skated into the rink and heating vents turned on.
Nice.
Banshee found himself in an Old West shootout. Deprived of his powers because of damage to his vocal cords, he had to rely on his Interpol training. He outshot the other robot.
So ridiculous.
I know. He outshot the other robot, but its compadres wanted in on the action.
What is this, Westworld?
Seriously. Sean used a micro bomb to destroy them, blowing a hole through the wall where he saw Moira being tied to train tracks.
Oh, how classic. Was somebody standing on the other side twirling their mustache?
There's our ultimate what if. What if Moira died at some point so we didn't get Krakoa?
Yes. And make it stick, and then we all time travel back to that time? And that's our main timeline? Make it so.
Or just go
Please make it so.
Or again, just show what happened if, Krakoa never happened. Watch it be better.
Of course it's better.
Hey-o.
Moira sucks.
Well, I love how she sets up the whole thing and then basically just disappears. But then she's probably not going to show up till the end. Inferno now. Burn it down.
I mean, if there's ever even really an end, I don't think we're gonna have much of a resolution.
All right, Chad. I think you have the comment of the night here. Murder World Arcade is just Willy Wonka that got through college.
Nice.
Shh! Don't tell Doom. That's why I kidnapped him. He's like, I hate you. I hate Richards. All you fancy college boys.
That's why he came for Peter. I'm just saying.
He came for what?
It's like, you're not going to graduate. You're going to eternally be a college student, just like me.
Oh, I missed my thing about it. Banshee and his shootout.
Talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. Am I right?
Hey-o! Polaris found herself on a merry-go-round. She got distracted by what looked like Ileana Rasputin running by her, only to be attacked by the merry-go-round's horses. She destroyed them with her power and went after the girl, except it wasn't Ileana at all, but a robot with a gun.
Robot's got a gun!
I thought you were going to get Ileana's got a gun. Is that a band name, Robot with a Gun?
It should be.
Hey guys, we're Robot with a Gun.
Very pop punk, I'm just saying. Very pop punk.
Of course, robots nor guns were a threat to a mistress of magnetism, but then the ride started spinning incredibly quickly, launching itself into the air and detonating. But Polaris managed to protect herself. However, an inhibitor field caused her to fall.
How convenient.
Polaris fell into Iceman's chamber, who caught her.
He didn't want it. That was an unwanted advance.
Hey girl, want to be my beard? I'm surprised we didn't get that retcon. You know who.
Bendis!
Small miracles.
I know. Polaris fell. She fell in Iceman's chamber, who caught her. However, the weight of his ice slide collapsed the ring surface below, meaning he needed to escape now or be eaten by acid. He super cooled the wall in front of him, making it brittle enough to smash through. Yeah, you know where I'm going with that, kids.
Smash it! Oh, yeah!
Oh.
Kool-Aid Man. Come on, Smash it! Everything can't be a low drop all the time.
I was going to say, I just want to give Ray something he'd know.
Oh, yeah!
Wait, to be fair, American diets are disgusting. You know, over across the pond, nobody eats a peanut butter and jelly. They find it very disgusting.
No. I mean, I didn't...
And I don't like Vegemite, so there, you know.
I mean, I really didn't drink much Kool-Aid as a kid, but I knew who the Kool-Aid Man was.
Yeah, I don't think they have it down there, honestly. This is my point. Like, it's sugar and, like, food dye and flavoring.
Hey, kids, it's me, the carrot juice kangaroo.
Exactly.
Joey
the juice kangaroo.
Oh! Sorry, Australia.
What the F?
Like they can fight us. They're stuck in their house. Rightly so.
Oh. Oh no, Joey the juice kangaroo, you know where he pulled that juice from, right?
Out of the pouch. Boing.
Boing. A mess.
Can you imagine if this was your first episode listening
to us? Mephisto bless this mess.
And bring that marriage back. Well, we have to talk Amazing Spider-Man 73 on Capes this week. I mean, kids, we'll give you a roadmap. I mean...
Will do, Bucker. I love that thing you sent to me on Facebook, by the way.
I saw that. I'm like, I gotta send that there. Oh my god, I need to find a whiteboard tomorrow. Just have a whiteboard tomorrow. We're like, okay, here's where we start. Here he did this, and then... And I don't think we have even touched one more day yet.
Nope. Sure haven't.
Oh, okay, Marvel fan. Sorry, this isn't X-Men, but I believe I think it's towards the end of this month, Amazing, his, Nick Spencer's last issue, Amazing 74, aka 875. I believe it's like 96 pages and $10, so.
What do they think this is? The 80th anniversary of Superman?
All I'll say is, hey, $10, you better effing reverse one more day.
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen!
It's got 96 pages, you better. No, you know what? We're going to find a way to get rid of that he made a deal with the devil, but it's like, okay, we're still together, but we don't have to get married right this second.
I mean, it is 2021. Marriage is outdated, to be fair. They're living in sin and they're loving it. Leave them alone.
Exactly. Lil's living in sin, but that has nothing to do with a man.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with a guy or a relationship. It's all the flowers out back.
Oh!
So he breaks through the wall like the Kool-Aid Man.
So yes,
and then
back to the story.
Oh yeah!
Havoc got into the utility tunnels and shorted out a major box.
Oh, is that what the kids are calling it?
Listen to the whole sentence. Havoc got into the utility tunnels and shorted out a major box. Chambers went to investigate and was taken out by Havoc. I don't know what's going on. Banshee defeated the villain, tying Moira, but she was tied with wire, so untying her quickly was impossible. Oh, that's right. However, along the track came Amanda Sefton and Candy Southern tied up.
Chugga, 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 choo, choo.
Yes, that's right, kids. Angel's girlfriend at the time was named Candy.
Can't make this stuff up, man.
Tied up in a roller coaster car, so blowing up the track would kill them. Banshee resigned himself to having to blow up the track when Polaris and Iceman... Oh, man, he was going to take out 2 people just to save Moira. It's like... Ugh.
I'm just saying.
She must give some good Muir Island. That's all I'll say.
Get out. Get out right now.
But yeah, he was about to blow up the tracks when Polaris and Iceman arrived, preventing anyone's death. Suddenly, Moira, Amanda, and Candy exploded.
From joy?
No, they were robots simulacrums. Yeah, so, yeah, not the way you were thinking. Our heroes were saved by Polaris' quick magnetic shield. Miss Locke watched all of this with glee until Havoc showed up and trashed her firearm. The control center disabled, the X-Men quickly freed the hostages and made it back out to the hoverjet to discover a major storm outside.
Oh, no.
What?
You know how, like, basically Scarlet Witch is the face of the MCU right now? Mm-hmm. We're never going to have the House of M. They're going to do the Polaris thing.
Oh.
Because they already had that with the Gifted and people seem to like it.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah.
That's my theory.
Again, come on, kids, bring the X-Men in. I want to see that.
I mean, they're honestly, and I know this is an unpopular opinion, we absolutely need the Fantastic Four, but I don't think we actually need the X-Men in the MCU. Don't hate me.
But again, too, it's like, people want the X-Men, and it's like, that's like so much money on the table, though, too.
True, but like, we don't actually need it, is the point.
Yeah, no, I mean, we don't, but, I mean...
Like, so Phase 6, they gotta keep the kids spending, they gotta keep the nerds spending their money. Can't give it all to you at once, hell.
Secret Wars.
Oh, it's coming. I feel it in my bones, bro. Battle World, here we come!
Oh, nice. Oh, we could so do Battle World.
I really feel like that's where Spider-Man's going to.
I mean,
eventually.
I mean, Spider-Man, you bring in the X-Men, the Fantastic Four. I mean, Rhodey was Iron Man at that time, so we didn't even have Tony Stark in Secret Wars, so...
And they can always swap out Riri Williams for that, too, so... Because she's getting introduced, so...
Just replace Sam with Steve as Captain America, I mean, heck yeah.
Sorry, got us off track, but I just had a sinking thought, like, oh, I'll be so pissed if I don't get House of M, but at the same time, I remember, like, Wanda is literally... Everybody loves Wanda right now, so...
So yeah, they noticed the storm, and then Doom has also noticed the storm, and it worried him. Arcade, however, was unconcerned, and he noticed that Nightcrawler just disappeared from his cell.
How did that happen? We're in trouble, Shaggy.
And oh yeah, Kitty is not present this mission because she is sick with the flu.
Sick with Colossus's baby.
Whoa! Whoa!
Hashtag change my mind.
Isn't she underage at this point?
Wasn't she underage when they got married? Your point?
I don't know. At that point, the aging was kind of, she was Franklin Richards aging up and down, so I don't know. But...
Exactly. Suspicious. And to be fair, he's from over there where they get married that young. And Professor X is technically her guardian, so he probably signed off on the paperwork because he's a creep.
You are mail order bride, huh?
I mean, how old was Jean when he enrolled her into her school? Just saying.
Whoa. Oh, yeah, he had his eye on Jean before she even got to that school.
Exactly, so. Who knew? And this is also why the mission was a mess. Kitty Pryde was nowhere to be found.
All right, so overall, what did you think? I mean, we didn't get much Storm, but what did you think of this issue?
I was like, oh, we're undoing it so soon. Okay, fine. Fine, everything, the villain's plans can't stay perfect forever. I get it.
I mean, at least with this, again, this whole story's only 3 issues. I mean, again, modern comics could never, this would be at least 6.
This would be a maxi series. What are you talking about?
Oh, true, 12 issues, yeah. They'd be 3
variants per issue. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because think about that as well. So that'd be a variant cover. I'm just saying.
I mean, they'd be one.
I like that Storm had a backup plan. Like, a lot of times they don't actually have a backup plan. They just have to, make do with their terrible plan. They're very much Captain Cold in it.
Oh, exactly.
Make the plan, expect the plan to go off the rails, throw away the plan.
And I mean, just like, yeah, in modern comics, they'd be wandering around Murder World for like at least 3 to 4 issues, yeah.
We'd have so much angst with Polaris and Ileana.
And
that'd be a whole issue by itself.
And depending who wrote it, I mean, at least one issue would be Storm's dinner with Doctor Doom.
Honestly, I feel like we could have got a little bit more of that.
Yeah.
I felt a little sexual tension. Not as much as her and Thor, but a little bit of sexual tension there.
All right, you want to talk sexual tension? I mean, that third issue tonight. I mean, that cover, hail. There you go, kids.
Definitely, there was some butter wasted for this cover. This is why you don't piss a goddess off. I'm just saying.
That's why you don't piss off a mostly naked goddess off. That's right, kids. You go evil. Man, you go evil in a Claremont story, man. You get, like, mostly naked. Jean Grey's the Black Queen of this Storm story.
She's like, oh, I heard Scott liked Emma Frost's costume. All right, hold my beer.
Oh, my. All right, so should we get to the last one?
Let's get to it.
That's right. You just saw the cover. Uncanny X-Men 147 from July 1981.
Talk about your summer storm, am I right?
Hey-o.
Eyebrows.
That's right, kids. Same team as last time. Oh yeah, that's the quote. Am I not beautiful, Lord Doom, and terrible? Do you not fear me? You should.
You really should. Is it your suit metal? Just saying.
You know what happens to a man in a metal suit when he gets hit by lightning? The same thing that happens to everything else.
Nice.
All right, so yeah, she's cosplaying as Akasha. Yeah.
Nice.
All right. So.
Honestly, back in the day, was my Storm pick. Sorry, Halle Berry.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I can see that. All right, so this one, Rogue Storm.
Uh-oh.
All right, so we start off. Where did Nightcrawler go? Nightcrawler finds himself high in the air above Castle Doom, having teleported blind from a featureless room. Yeah, man, he like jumped like straight up like a mile or two, just like, Falling unconscious briefly, Nightcrawler awakes to find himself falling frighteningly fast. He skydives for an updraft and then teleports into the lake near Doom's castle, emerging alive but shivering. He reflects on the circumstances that brought him to this situation, basically recapping the last 2 issues.
They were running out of steam, I get it.
Well, again, it's like back in these days, it's like every comic could be someone's first, and, it wasn't that easy to find back issues, kids. There was no internet.
There was only intranet.
There's basically go to every store and see if you can find it. Doom has not failed to notice Nightcrawler's escape, and he orders his men to recapture the X-Man. Doom is worried about the growing storm centered on his castle. Although Arcade is unfazed, Doom's unease is echoed by NORAD.
Oh, jeez.
Nightcrawler makes his re-entrance to the castle, disabling 2 guards. Elsewhere, Colossus has discovered that the lasers below are attuned to size, and that chunks of Colossus's size are zapped. Those of Peter Rasputin's size are left untouched.
Interesting.
Taking a deep breath, he swims downwards past the cannons, turning into Colossus only when he's safely past. He punches a hole in the wall.
Man, a lot of these walls are getting destroyed.
Meanwhile, okay, here we go, kids. In his giant bird cage, Angel has figured out that the lasers which fire when he leaves the perch are actually patterned to create a maze. He flies this maze at high speed and escapes just as his cell detonates behind him, only to get a mouthful of water as Colossus's flood washes over him. So, it's all crashing down, kids. All right.
A mouthful of liquid, huh?
Oh. Wolverine, trapped in an anti-gravity chamber which is royally messing with his senses, tries to embrace the beast without letting it control him. Just like
Good luck with that, sir.
Just like Lilith getting home from the bar. He hacks into anything he hits, and eventually the anti-gravity gives out, dropping him onto the floor. Wolverine carves his way out of the cell and notices the loud thunder shaking the very castle. Aurora must be in trouble, so he rushes up the stairs to confront Doom. Doom tells Aurora, he already has an Aurora robot, kids, yes.
Not saying he's a little bit obsessed, but...
So basically, so are we saying Doom just has, like, female robots ready to go and then just says, okay, make this one look like Sue?
Oh, you know there's one of Sue.
Oh, yeah, He's
a creep. Like I said, he's a creep, for sure.
Gets lonely in that castle of Hellfire. Doom, yeah, so he tells the Aurora robot to deal with him, and Wolverine trashes the robot. Doom blasts Wolverine, but Nightcrawler's timely arrival is enough for the X-Men to turn the tables. Wolverine offers a deal. Doom's life for Storm's. Doom hands them a device that will restore Storm, and it does. But Storm has become...
There's a catch!
Storm has become one with the planet, and with all its myriad of elemental forces at her command. And though Doom uses the other X-Men's distraction to escape Wolverine's clutches, Storm easily overpowers him. Of course, Storm's not-so-tender ministrations aren't reserved solely for Doom, as Colossus finds out when he tries to reason with her. The castle is being torn apart by the storm outside, and Dr. Doom and the X-Men may well be torn apart by the storm inside. Get it?
Ew.
Finally, Colossus says something that triggers Storm's psyche to reassert itself, and she brings the storm back under control, although it costs her much. Doom is strangely pleased that Aurora survives the ordeal. Storm again asks for Arcade's freedom, which Doom grants for an apology, rather grudgingly given, from Arcade. Doom also apologizes to Storm and asks to begin anew, with Storm in particular. Yes, Doom is hitting on Storm.
She's got a better queendom waiting for her. Just gotta give it time.
Again, you trapped her as a statue. You copped a feel on that first cover. Yeah, okay.
She's not that desperate. She's never been desperate, darling.
Exactly. She's not Dazzler. Come on.
Well, you're not wrong.
You're not.
You gotta get that singing contract one way or another. Disco is dead, buddy.
Hey-oh. And again, Doom, you're not, even if you go after Dazzler, you're not her biggest long shot. And Storm consents, a clean slate from this point.
Until next time!
I would have been like, really? Really?
I'd have been like, hey, Doom, take off your mask.
Hey-oh. And the note here says, this thread is never followed upon. The next time the X-Men will encounter Doom is Fantastic Four vs. the X-Men, but no further interplay specifically between Storm and Dr. Doom.
Because Claremont demanded it. He's like, alright, I'm sick of this guy. 3 issues was enough.
And of course, Lilith doesn't care, but in the Caribbean, Lee and Scott awaken to discover a strange building has emerged from the ocean overnight on the island they are stranded on. I believe it's
I wish it would have landed on him.
Oh, I believe it's Magneto, I think.
Of course it is. When isn't it Magneto? Tell me.
Build in the 150, kids.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, I'm looking at the notes here. Yeah, we said Kitty's sick with the flu. Oh, yeah, when Doom met Arcade in Marvel 2 and 168, that means the Thing had to team up with one of the X-Men, and yes, it was the Angel.
The Angel?
The Angel? Oh, Lord. Oh, and a big continuity error. Because Nightcrawler describes this season as middle of winter, yet Uncanny X-Men 143 happened on December 24th. And many months had passed according to Uncanny X-Men 144, making this timing impossible.
I mean, he travels between, weird demon dimensions. Give the guy a break.
And further, despite being high in the Appalachians in upstate New York, there is no snow to be seen anywhere.
Because, no offense, the artist was lazy.
Well, too, Storm's controlling the weather, too.
Touche, sir.
So I can get that.
Good cover, sir. Good cover.
Yeah. Finally, while the monster storm outside is Storm's doing, and she could plausibly make rain in midwinter in one of the snowiest regions of the U.S., she isn't consciously controlling it, and thus one would certainly expect it to be snow. Okay, never mind.
Nah.
And
plus, Doom could have a weather control mission. We don't. Doom is always up to stuff.
True.
Okay, it's his castle. He's out there by himself. Of course he would find a way to manipulate the weather. Who likes snow? Except for weirdos. No offense.
And of course, like 90% of Doctor Doom stories, the Doctor Doom in this story is later confirmed to be a Doombot.
As always.
So that wasn't even really him. That was just a horny Doombot.
Doombots making Doombots.
Can you imagine just like, Doom, people are just like, you tried to hit on me. And he's like, no, those are the Doombots. They're horrible.
Why do you think I stopped making them? And then they started making their own Doombots.
That's like a horror movie, man. Somebody makes like robots, but they're like sex bots, but they actually like attack you.
Rick and Morty.
Oh my.
Rick and Morty. Sorry, they have an episode like that. It's quite hilarious.
I almost kind of got that reference.
Well, it's a song called Rick and Morty by a rapper.
Oh.
So yeah, that's that thing. And then they also have an episode very much like that one you just described. So 2 for 1. Hey-oh.
Hey-oh. All right, Lil. So what did you think of this Storm story?
I think it's fun. I like seeing her as a leader. I like seeing her true powers unleashed. And it's just a taste.
Yeah.
It's just a taste. I like when they delve into her power set because I feel like it's she is OP AF. I will not hold you on that one, but I like the fact because it makes sense. Weather is the ultimate like weakness of mankind.
Oh yeah, and like
look at that hurricane, floods,
yeah,
earthquake, California gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're basically tapping into a force of the planet. Yeah, And again, yeah, like you said, I thought all that, and it's like, and we get to see her spank Doom, so, I mean,
that's every leader's, like, kind of a group's kind of, like, that's your first test. Oh, Doom? Okay, I got this.
I know, it's like, yeah, Doom's so popular, but meanwhile, yeah, he gets spanked by almost everybody.
That's why it's up, because it's believable, because he's so arrogant. He's smart, but he's arrogant, and that's his downfall,
Oh, and kids, if you want to see more Doom interacting with mutants, this week the new issue of Excalibur came out, and Doom was interacting with them.
Oh, that issue, they're still making that?
Yeah, what is that? They were escorting him through Otherworld because he was looking for Morgan Le Fay. Because
again?
I was gonna say, I guess he still had the hots for her since that Iron Man Doctor Doom thing we did, huh?
Nice. Scroll way down for now.
Although, I don't know, man. He either wants that booty or he wants that power. Well, both, probably. Both.
I mean, both is good. Both are options.
Why do you think people marry...
Good for Excalibur. It's kind of a weird book, but, I mean, just like Marauders, it's definitely, like, off the beaten path, and it's something fun and different than the main story.
Mm-hmm.
So I get it, but I'm surprised.
Well, again, once we burn Krakoa to the ground, I mean, I'm sure everything's going to get rebooted. I'm sure all the, some of these books
everybody's coming
back.
home. Yeah, absolutely.
I just hope we get some like more classic lineups. Like bring,
aren't they doing another 90s thing with Wolverine? Right?
I don't know what. Well, they announced today. I think they're doing a new video game.
Of course they
Wolverine. Are. Yeah. Oh, did you see they announced Spider-Man 2 with Peter and Miles versus Venom?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They cash it in too quick, Lil.
Yeah. I mean, let Miles have that. I'm just saying. I feel like those games are really good, and it just, I mean, Miles doesn't really have anything. His stories are kind of poop right now. I'm just gonna say it. I mean, it's not poop that it's poop. It's just that it's, basic, standard, spinning our wheels kind of stories. And with a video game, that's really like the standout thing if you're a Miles fan. That's all.
Or, I mean, if they want to cash in, do a Peter series of games, do a Miles series of games.
They don't have to team up.
No, yeah. And then, you either get people who like one or the other, or I'm sure there's a bunch of people who buy both.
Oh, is that true? Tony Todd's voicing Venom in Spider-Man 2?
I didn't read the whole story. It could be. Yeah, I could see that.
Good for Tony Todd, because he got gypped on the Candyman 2021 movie. I was really expecting a cameo or something. He'll always be my favorite Cisco.
So he's not in the new Candyman at all.
Mm-mm. Gee. Rude.
Exactly. Come on, you're supposed to honor the. I mean,
I guess he might be, but like I haven't seen anybody talk about it, and I think that would be the first thing that they would talk about in their reviews. So
you would think.
I'm a chicken poop. I haven't seen it yet. Candyman's one of those movies I like. Oh God, I have to wait.
Oh God, are you one of those ones who watches horror movies under the blanket, Lilith Hellfire?
Candyman, Hellraiser, it's a couple other ones that I will only watch in the daytime for sure.
Really? Oh, boy, you sound like your wife. I think she says she's like that.
I mean, I can watch like Freddy Krueger, Jason, Scream, gory stuff, but like certain things, get under my skin.
She watches her horror movies during
bees, man, bees.
She watches her horror movies during the day, kids, and at night we know what she watches.
Okay, but the pirate movies are very well done. Don't tell my boss I watched that also during the day.
Hey, at work.
Of course, on my own personal device. I'm not a psycho.
Oh, but still, kids, you know, you go in the Lilith's office, don't be picking up that stapler.
I watch it with the sound off. Anywho, yeah. So that was a good choice. I wish we had more time, but we always have Patreon. So if you kids want some more X-Men stories, just let us know. And subscribe to the Patreon, and we're more than happy to fulfill that wish for you.
And like I said, every so often we'll do a special on capes. You know, we'll make Charlie Usher do some X-Men.
Although Charlie's not the biggest X-Men fan, but he'll do it 2 to 1.
If I had known beforehand, man, we could have saved this one for him. You know, because Doom.
Yeah, true.
All right, let me pull up the schedule. So yes, kids. Going forward, Comic Capers is staying right here, but it's gonna be mainly DC Comics focused. So, and again, if you want all your Marvel, go to Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks, the other show. So, Ultimate Spider-Cast will be there. The Devil You Know will be there, and Nightwing News is coming here. Woohoo! Or we should say,
it's not a sausage fest anymore.
That's true. Oh, you know what we should say? We have 2 feeds now, the Capes and Lunatics and Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks. Basically, you know, the one Ray will listen to and the one Ray won't listen to.
The one Ray's not gonna hear that! Ray's not gonna hear this!
That's right, we could probably get Russell to listen to it. Alright, so yes, next week we'll be back with speaking of the Devil You Know, the Daredevil podcast. Well, you know what, let me make sure. Let me check the main schedule because, once October starts, if you like Comic Capers and the Devil You Know, yes, the Devil You Know starting in October will be over on Capes and Lunatics, and Comic Capers will stay here. Both still staying every other week, but yes, they'll be on 2 separate feeds now. Let's see. Oh yeah. So the next episode of The Devil You Know will be the last one on Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks before it moves over. So yes, next week Daredevil 278 through 282. Speaking of Mephisto, as we were.
Red shoes.
And then in 2 weeks, that's right. As we said, we're going to be starting all DC content next. So in 2 weeks will be our Wonder Woman 80th anniversary episode, Lilith Hellfire. And for those of you who didn't like the Wonder Woman 1984 movie, Lilith is going to have us read every issue of Wonder Woman from the actual year of 1984. There we go. Yeah, she's gonna have to wear that all next episode, kids. The tiara.
Oh, I'll put the cuffs on too then.
Hey-oh!
There we go.
Oh my. And yes, kids.
Don't act shocked. Don't act surprised.
And no, kids, it's not handcuffs.
That's the biggest shocker.
That's for the Patreon.
Now, where's that lasso?
That's for the Patreon, kids. Or if we think...
Marnell, that's for the OnlyFans.
Oh! You two tying each other up. Oh, we get money. Oh, we would make money on that. Hell, we could probably fund every show that was on the network.
Nice.
Half of that money will come from Ray. Anyway, yeah, so yes, next episode of Comic Capers will be the Wonder Woman 80th episode where we'll cover Wonder Woman 311 through 322. And then 2 weeks after that will be the Aquaman 80th anniversary episode, with which Lilith picked some issues.
It's like his 2 origin stories that are the best. And hashtag, if you want to fight me, you can fight me. And then we'll do the 80th anniversary issue as well.
Yes. So, I didn't put it on the
controversial picks, but it is what it is.
And then the last episode of the year will be the Green Arrow. We said we're going to do top 10 essential Green Arrow stories.
Yeah.
Okay.
You pick 5, I pick 5.
All right. But what comes between those kids? Well, did y'all hear about that? When the Flash comes back, the first 5 episodes are going to be, kind of like its own mini crossover called Armageddon. Well, kids, in November and December, Lilith Hellfire and I are going to do the entire Armageddon. Well, Kristen gets one issue, but most of the Armageddon 2001 crossover. That's right. All the annuals will get covered, kids, from Armageddon 2001, plus Armageddon 2001, 1 and 2, and the Action Comics epilogue. So.
Yes, Phil hates me, but I still love him. It's fine.
Gotta go hard, Lilith Hellfire. We need the views.
Hey-o.
Hey-o.
Talk about OnlyFans talk.
Oh, my. All right. So, yes. So, that's the plan for the year, kids. So, send your thoughts. capesandlunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember to follow Comic Capers on Facebook, on Twitter. You can also, again, we have Facebook fan groups. We have the X-Men group. We have we had Star Labs, but I changed the name to DC Omniverse. So yes,
ooh,
anything DC goes there, kids. So find links to all those. Find links to all the social medias and all the Facebook fan groups. Find links to this YouTube channel. Yes, you can see the covers we were talking about tonight, because we have videos for every episode we do. So please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please, again, this will be so much more important starting in October. Once the Southgate Media Group is no more, please subscribe to our Patreon. Me and Lilith are talking.
And don't worry, we'll have other ways to donate. Cash App.
Yes.
Buy us a coffee, subscribe, stuff like that. So,
or even you can pick up merch. I mean, if you give us money, you'll get something in return. You get a cup.
Stay hydrated.
Phone cases, T-shirts.
Oh, Phil, you covered your nips. Great job.
Thank you. Yes, not the Patreon. Yes, so T-shirts, stickers, phone cases, cups. Yes, find links to everything all in one place. That's Linktree. linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. And yes, you really want to subscribe to the Patreon because Lilith Hellfire and I have discussed it. You're going to get all our interviews there, including our monthly Chichester chats with Mr. D.G. Chichester. We're going to be doing movie brackets next year. We're going to discover what is actually the worst superhero movie.
Well, between the years of 1975 and 2021.
Well, I'd say that's most of them.
Modern superhero movies.
Yes.
You'd be surprised.
Oh, yeah. So stay tuned for that, kids. Then who knows? We'll be dropping all kinds of stuff over there. So yeah, again, find everything at Linktree, linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. All right, Lilith Hellfire, where can people find you and talk to you about storms and
rogue storms and whatnot?
Petty college dropouts, yes.
If you guys want to hang out with me on the interwebs, you can find me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire, on Instagram at Lilith Hellfire 69, and of course over on TikTok, making comments and only Star Trek related content at Lilith Hellfire 69.
Out of the gooch.
Yeah,
Party
that's
in
so
the front
appropriate.
and the back.
What?
That's so appropriate for TikTok.
Party in the front and the back.
And it's been a while.
Suck it, Kona.
He didn't even do anything.
I know. Just sometimes,
Suck it, Lilith.
There we go. We're even.
Well, that was your Storm-tember. Hope you enjoyed it.
Yes. So yeah, next week, last the Double You Know here, and then follow with the Capes and Lunatics podcast. And in 2 weeks, Wonder Woman, 3/11/2022. And now more 90s music. Oh, yes, shout out to Mikey Flash. That's where we got this music from. Come back next time, kids. Don't drink the Doom water.
Get frisky with a Doombot.
Hi, I'm one of the High Priests of Khonshu Ray, and I have the sacred privilege of providing you, the loony listener, with a podcast honouring Marvel's very own Moon Knight. So join me and a host of others at Into the Night, a Moon Knight podcast. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, or support the show by becoming a Patreon member. Into the Night, a Moon Knight podcast. It's time to get your Khonshu on.